Look at your bank account right now, and I want you to imagine it with five zeros at the end, $100,000. Because to some of you, that sounds like a nice down payment on a house, while to others, it sounds like an impossible mountain to climb. But here is the cold, hard truth that nobody tells you, which is that the first $100,000 is a total nightmare. It is grueling and it is slow, and it feels like you are trying to push a giant boulder up a vertical cliff while wearing flip flops where you save and you sacrifice. And yet the needle barely moves, making you feel like the entire system is rigged against you. But then something happens because once you hit that six-figure mark, suddenly the laws of physics seem to change, and the boulder starts rolling on its own with the wind finally at your back, just like Charlie Munger, the legendary investor, famously said that the first 100,000 is a nightmare, but you just gotta do it. Today, I am going to explain exactly why that first 100 grand is the hardest thing you will ever do, and show you the math that proves it gets easier while exploring what happens to your life and your mindset once you cross that finish line. Because I am Miles, and this is Miles to Million. So let's get to work. We have to start with the physics of wealth and the concept of financial inertia. Because when you have $0, your money earns exactly $0. And every single cent you add to your net worth has to come from your own sweat and your own time and your own labor. You are 100% of the engine, and if you do not work, the pile does not grow, which is like starting a fire by rubbing two sticks together where you are exhausted and your hands are blistering, and all you see is a tiny bit of smoke. That is the first 10,000, and then the 20,000 where you are doing all the heavy lifting and inflation is constantly trying to blow out your tiny flame. But the $100,000 mark is when the logs finally catch fire. Let's look at the math because numbers do not have emotions. So imagine you save $10,000 a year and you get a 7% return, which means to get to that first 100,000, it is going to take you roughly 7.8 years. Now here is where it gets crazy because to get from 100,000 to 200,000, which is the exact same amount of growth, it does not take another 7.8 years, but instead it takes about 5.1 years. By the time you are going from 600,000 to 700,000, it takes less than 2.5 years because the effort required from you drops significantly as your money finally starts to do the heavy lifting. At $100,000, a 7% return gives you $7,000 a year, which is nearly $600 a month of free money that can cover a car payment or a grocery bill, meaning your money has officially become your employee. You need to understand that in the beginning, you are battling the gravity of poverty, where every unexpected car repair or medical bill feels like a giant hand reaching out of the ground to pull you back down to zero. When you have no capital, you have no margin for error, and that is why the first leg of this journey is so psychologically taxing because you are playing a game where one mistake can wipe out a year of progress. But as you climb toward that six-figure summit, you are building a wall of protection around your life, and suddenly, the world stops feeling like an enemy and starts looking like a playground of opportunities. Money is the best employee you will ever have because it does not sleep, and it does not take vacations, and it never complains. But the struggle is not just in the spreadsheet, because it is in your head too. The road to 100,000 is what I call the boring middle, where in the beginning you are motivated and you stop buying the expensive lattes and you cook at home and drive the old car, but then year 2 and year 3 hit and you have sacrificed so much only to look at your account and see $35,000. You feel like you have been working for a decade, yet you are nowhere near rich while you see your friends posting photos from exotic vacations and driving new cars, which makes you ask if this is even worth it. This is where 90% of people quit because they hit a lifestyle plateau and decide the mountain is too high, so they buy the car and take the debt and stay stuck in the cycle of trading time for money forever. The first 100,000 is a filter that separates people who want to look rich from people who actually want to be wealthy, and crossing that line proves you have the discipline and the delayed gratification to survive the boring years. You have to realize that most of society is designed to keep you from hitting this milestone through constant marketing and the pressure of social comparison, which tells you that your worth is tied to what you consume rather than what you own. When you finally reach that $100,000 mark, you have officially defeated the consumerist programming that keeps most people broke for their entire lives. Once you survive that, the rest is just a matter of time because your risk tolerance transforms and you stop checking the balance every day while starting to think in decades instead of days. When you have $100,000, you can take advantage of opportunities that are invisible to someone with zero, like a real estate deal or a massive market dip, because you finally have the dry powder to strike. There is also a quiet confidence that comes with having six figures in the bank where you walk differently and negotiate differently at work because you know that if your boss acts like a jerk tomorrow, you have a freedom fund and you are not one paycheck away from disaster. This is what we call FU money in the industry. And while 100 grand isn't enough to retire forever, it is enough to tell a toxic situation that you are done playing their game. That mental peace of mind is worth more than any luxury car, and once you hit that mark, the game changes from defense to offense. Up until now, you have been focused on saving, but after 100,000, you focus on optimizing as the snowball effect takes over. Imagine a small snowball at the top of a mountain that you are pushing and packing and struggling to keep together. But once it reaches a certain size, you give it one last push and it starts rolling and picking up more snow just because it is already big. To go from 100,000 to a million might seem like a huge leap, but mathematically it is often easier than the first 100,000 because compound interest is now your primary driver. If you have 100,000 and you never add another cent in 25 years at an 8% return, you will have nearly $700,000 just by sitting there, and that is the power of letting time do the heavy lifting instead of your own two hands. We often talk about the rule of 72, which tells you how long it takes to double your money. And once you have $100,000, the doubles start to look very significant because a single double takes you to 200,000 and the next one takes you to nearly $500,000. The first 100,000 is the price of admission to the world of wealth, and once you have paid it, the compounding machine starts working for you 24 hours a day. To get there faster, you have to kill the status game and stop caring about what your neighbors think while focusing on increasing the gap between your income and expenses. This gap is the most important number in your life because it represents the speed at which you are buying your future freedom. You should also focus on skill stacking because increasing your earning potential is the fastest way to pour more fuel onto your fire and reach that tipping point where the interest starts out earning your contributions. Automate everything so you do not rely on willpower and stay in the game because the only way to lose is to quit or get distracted by the next shiny object that promises quick riches. I know it is hard, and I have felt that frustration of seeing a tiny dividend check and wondering if it is all worth it, but I am telling you right now, do not give up. Think about your future self 10 years from now, looking back at this exact moment, thanking you for having the courage to stay disciplined when everyone else was spending. That first 100,000 is the ultimate test where the universe asks how badly you want freedom. And if you can pass that test, the rest of the journey to a million and beyond is just a countdown. You have the map and you have the mindset, so go out there and get those first six figures. And if you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to join the Miles to Million family because we are all on this journey together. Remember that wealth is not about what you buy, but about the options you have and the life you get to design on your own terms. Miles to go, millions to make. Let's finish the journey together. I'm Miles, and I'll see you at the finish line.